This is a Best Syndication video production. On October 3rd, 2007, I traveled to the new Victorville City Hall and County Center for the opening ceremonies. At that time, I interviewed San Bernardino County 1st District Supervisor Brad Mitzelfelt and Victorville Mayor Terry Caldwell. This is that interview. What about Nisqualli? Is there plans for a Nisqualli overpass?
The plans for a Nisqualli interchange, which I think everybody is eagerly awaiting, is funded and ready to go. The problem is that the bureaucratic nightmare with Caltrans and with what I call rather pseudo-environmental issues has delayed that project far longer than it need be. If it were Victorville's call and Victorville's call alone, we would be under construction on the Nisqualli interchange as we speak. But because the interchange interconnects with Interstate 15, Caltrans is the lead agency, they are the control agency. We're not allowed to do anything without Caltrans first approving it, and that is a slow, tedious, bureaucratic process.
Well, what's a timetable would you expect?
There was a point in time when we thought we'd be under construction as we speak. I would say that right now, if we're under construction within 2 years, I'll be surprised.
Brad, we're looking for a lot of jobs up here. What's your plans for the airport, the logistics airport?
Well, the airport, Southern California Logistics Airport, is actually governed by the Airport Authority, which is the City Council of the City of Victorville. The Victor Valley cities and the county participate in a broader redevelopment agency effort, which is under the auspices of the Victor Valley Economic Development Authority. The vast majority of the work and of the jobs that are being attracted is being done by the city of Victorville at the airport, and they are attracting numerous aviation and aeronautics industries, and they also have with the BNSF rail hub going in with a 1.5 million cargo lift annual capacity, which is very large. They have plans for an industrial warehousing and distribution hub, unlike we've seen in this county, and it promises to generate up to 40,000 jobs, and I'm looking to help in any way that I can. I'm supporting the development of the aviation technical training that will be FAA certified in conjunction with Victor Valley College and the City of Victorville, so that by next year we can be training hundreds of aircraft mechanics a year. And those are high-paying jobs. And so my focus is going to be, again, is going to be marketing the region to bring employers here, and also promoting high-paying jobs with Valley.
Mayor Caldwell, what's your opinion on that?
Well, when the decision was made in 1988 to close Fort George Air Force Base, and then when it actually closed in 1992, it was probably the most severe economic hit to the Victor Valley that one could ever imagine. It occurred when the national economy and the state economy and the regional economy was already in shambles. Many of us, myself included, were unsure how we could ever recover from that. We lost about 10,000 jobs with the closure of the base. I was extremely pessimistic. Today, I have to say that it was probably a blessing in disguise. That 5,000 plus acre base that we now control, plus the roughly 3,500 acres that we've assembled and added to it, is providing an opportunity to develop an economic engine like none that have ever been seen in this county. The base is committed exclusively to job creation. Every decision that we make to bring in a business or an industry is graded first and foremost by how many jobs they will create. And when you look at the fact that we have world-class companies there now, like General Electric engines, they're going to expand. Pratt & Whitney has 2 programs there and they're expanding. Boeing has 5 divisions there and they're expanding. Leading Edge, the world's foremost aircraft painting company. We have a customs facility, an inbound warehouse, a 24/7 FAA certified tower. We are a mini version of LAX, and we intend to capitalize on that and become an air cargo and freight distribution hub for the entire Southwest. And that is the focus and the goal of the Victorville City Council. And as Brad said, the projections are that it could be about 40,000 jobs.
Supervisor Mitzelfelt, the east-west corridor, that could be a boon for the county too, or this area. What's the timetable on that? How are we looking on that?
Well, we hope to have a segment of the High Desert Corridor, which is currently, that project is being led by the City of Victorville in partnership with the town of Apple Valley and in coordination with the county and San Bernardino Associated Governments, the Transportation Commission for the county. And that first segment would be from Southern California Logistics Airport to Interstate 15, and it would include an interchange at Interstate 15 that would eventually stretch through Apple Valley and then eventually to Highway 395 and all the way to Palmdale. And the long-term project is under the governance of a joint powers authority, which the county and the City of Victorville and the town of Apple Valley, along with the Antelope Valley governments, are working on now. That is probably at least 10 years away from coming to fruition because it's a major new highway corridor. But we think that with the possibility of truck tolls, public-private partnerships, design build, and federal funding with the E220 designation, Congress has already designated a high priority corridor for goods movement. We think that it's possible to do it in the next 10 years. In the first phase, we think can get done in the next 5 years. And currently we're competing for state Proposition 1B bond money to help fund that. And the City of Victorville has stepped up and has pledged a substantial local match of many millions of dollars to help make that project more competitive so that we can get the first phase of the High Desert Corridor completed. The High Desert Corridor will take many trucks off of I-15. It'll take many trucks off of Highway 138. And so it's very important to us locally as well as for goods movement for the state.
Mayor Caldwell, the 395, they were looking at building the freeway through the 395, and they've just canceled the alternative routes. And it's possible, is it possible that they'll build the 395 freeway on the current 395 route? And if that is so, would that affect the buildings that you have got around that area of the highway, the 395 highway?
The current alignment of 395 primarily impacts the city of Atlanta. And Victorville's position has been to pretty much defer to Atlanta's view of what is acceptable to their community. That being said, there's probably less disruption if you stick with the current alignment than if you try to go further west. You cannot come further east with an alignment on 395 because you're right into George Air Force Base. And certainly to take away a part of the economic opportunities of that base for realignment of 395 just would not make sense. My reading of the tea leaves is that it probably will stick pretty much with the existing alignment. There are some buildings that the City of Atlanta may lose, but it's a wide right-of-way through the heart of Atlanta. And I think it's probably the only real hope of City 395 ultimately through the freeway.
This has been a Best Syndication video production. Visit bestsyndication.com.